Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing today? Apologies for no stream yesterday. I got changed shift pattern for Friday, Monday, and next Tuesday. So I'm working when I would usually be streaming. So I figured we'd stream today, and the streams on Monday and Tuesday will be about an hour or so later. So we're going to work today on finishing the tower. Well, that's a plan. And then maybe doing some more on the tower over here. Hi, Piri. Thank you for the creeper. Did that show up? I can't remember if I turned off that early. Yep, a little earlier today. It's because it's Saturday. Awesome, glad it did. So I need to finish building that tower as well and putting some terraforming around the edge. And we need to finish this tower. But yeah, and see about a little bit of the garden path, etc. in this. So we'll see how far we get. But yeah, yesterday work got in the way, unfortunately. And it will on Monday and Tuesday, so the stream will be a little later Monday and Tuesday. It'll be an hour later than normal. For those who can make it. Right. So we need to finish putting in the glass and finishing all the other details. How are you doing, Puri, by the way? How's your weekend going so far? So we want to go up to the next floor. You're doing fine? Awesome. I have a bunch of copper blocks for you. In fact, I think it's you. The second end project to not get burned out on the main one. Yeah. It sometimes helps having a couple of different projects on the go. That way you can jump between them. Okay. Go on the inside. It's a little better. And there is none there. Oh. So I'm assuming you've got some storage at the end island. Unfortunately, the blocks aren't waxed because I don't have any wax, but they are at the right stage. So get this one. Should just be the one for that. So what's your second project, Puri? Let's get rid of the snow. Okay. Oops. Let's get you. We're almost just a few more floors and then the concrete parts should be in. So then we can move on to the glass. And once the glass is done, I need to get some azalea leaves. Hi, Miss Mist. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. All right. This is a Patreon server for Tangatech from Hermitcraft. You can join, but it is part of the Patreon subscription for the $10 a month tier. It is not free to play, unfortunately. You're doing good? Yeah, it was a case of work got in the way yesterday, so it's a case of I figured I would make it up today. Thank you for the hydrate, Alf. It is much appreciated. How are you doing? How's your Saturday going? Right, so we should be cyan. I was just saying at the start of stream that Monday and Tuesday stream will be about an hour later because they changed my shift pattern for the next few days to cover for people off ill or on holiday. So I will be streaming those days. It'll just be an hour or so later. So far, so good. It's only 7 a.m. Yep, it is early for on Saturday. Is 7 a.m. I must admit, I guess I got up around that time as well. You just woke up, so you're not sure yet. Well, my fingers are crossed. Your day goes fantastically. It's 1 p.m. here. Mine hasn't been too bad. I did think about streaming at the normal time, but I figured it's a weekend. Why not a little earlier? Try that again. Grey for here. There's no rush. It's one of those Saturdays. You mean logic? Yep. How are you doing, Calendar? Okay, so we need some more grey concrete. Right, so grey, cyan, grey, cyan. Probably going to need another stack of grey. How wide were these? Not sure. About 5. And so I may need a couple of pieces of cyan as well. So let's get that sorted. You're doing all right? Enjoying the start of a 3-day weekend? Oh, that's awesome. It's always nice to have a 3-day weekend. We've had our last bank holiday over this side of the pond until Christmas now. The next bank holiday we have is Christmas Day and Boxing Day. That's it for this year. Oh, I have a little bit there. So I'm just going to get half a stack of you. And it's not quite a stack, but I don't think I need a full stack. Let's go convert it. Oh, I forgot to put that back in my hand. It's hard to believe we're almost at the end of September. Where's the year gone? Keeps flying by. That's done. Right, let's get the half stack of you. So you doing anything special this 3-day weekend? Okay, so let's grab you. You. Okay. Let's find the rest of you. Because this thing tends to lose concrete on me. So we have 56. Okay. Hopefully I've collected most of it. Don't ask me why, but it seems to pop some of the concrete up on the top of the chest or throw it behind me. Bless it. Your weeks go to teaching, then the weekends go too fast. That's true. Your wife and mum are up north with the daughter, so home with the animals. So you're having a relaxing weekend then. Which is nice. And good on you for being a teacher. It's not a job I could do. So, right, so we're a couple levels further down. Whoops, I almost jumped all the way off. Oh, I may have miscounted. Guess we'll find out in a second. Let's put you there. Oops. I think we're going to be okay. I was concerned about not having enough grey. Let's get up. Ugh, yeah. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, that's what I figured. Let's see if we can land in the right place. Okay. I've still got to get the leaves. To fill in these gaps and help light up these bits. Otherwise, we're going to have mobs and creepers spawning on the windowsills. And seeing as it's snow, when they go boom, going to lose a lot of the build. Right, so cyan is dark grey for the windows. Let's see if I can land. Not quite. I went a little bit too far. No, it's a light grey. I know I haven't put the floors in yet, but we'll get around to it. We're okay, we can just drop down on this one. Still have to figure out what I'm going to do with the nether hub. I'll have to start work on that before too long. Just so that we can get the public side of the build complete. Right. I probably should have done the corner while I was up there, but we'll get that when we do that side. Six, seven. We're going to need some. We're going to need some more. Yep, we're going to need some more light grey. The colour blends in so well with the inventory. Let's put you up a block and over a block. Okay, so we have dark grey, we just need light grey for the moment. Hey Canuck, how are you doing? Good to see you. Right, so I've got light grey, I just haven't converted it. And I have cyan that I haven't converted, which I'm going to need to. I want some dark grey will leave. How's your weekend going? If it is your weekend, that is. Okay. Whereabouts? Were we up here? Nope, further up. Almost there. Need this one? I do need this one, so we want light grey again. We'll get this side complete. And then we'll move on to the other tower and do a little bit of terraforming. Just to change it up a little bit. PSA, don't use damaged Dremel cut-off wheels. Ninja stars everywhere. Ouch! Yep. Hopefully you're okay. But yes, that's definitely a good PSA. Using damaged Dremel wheels and them shattering and throwing bits everywhere, definitely not good. I can honestly... You were waiting for stitches for... You're waiting for stitches and you're on hour 3. Ouch! Hopefully it won't be much longer for you, because that is definitely not a good thing to have to wait for. Really sorry it hurt you. Because, yep, definitely doesn't sound like a good time. And not a good weekend either. So fingers crossed you get to them sorted quickly. Or not too much longer, I should say. Quickly, yeah, 3 hours. Right, so we want... Did I do dark grey up there? Let's just double check. Nope, I did the light grey, good. I wasn't sure. And it's kind of boring having to sit around and wait to be seen. Let's grab you. That's one way down. The way I should be coming down, but it is one of the ways. You went to the smaller emergency, so 2-3 hours. More if I went to Ottawa, 8-9 hours. Well, I'm glad it's quicker than it could have been. Plus it being a weekend, wrong colour. As well, your Saturday morning after a Friday night, I think in most Western nations it's can be interesting to say the least, having to go to the emergency room. Fingers crossed. It goes not too bad for you. 8:27 a.m. Yeah. But you've been waiting a couple of hours, so 5 a.m. ish. Is this? Yep, it's a dark one again. Try that one more time. It's amazing how many people are up earlier at the weekends. I know for me, it's a case of half the time I get up earlier on a weekend than I do during the working week, which is definitely weird. Today it wasn't so bad. For some reason I slept in. I usually wake up about 5 a.m. on a weekend. But it was 8 this morning. Weekend off? Never? Ah, that's a shame. I guess it depends what job you have. So, for me, the vast majority of the time I work Monday to Friday. Occasionally, very, very occasionally, I will work over at the weekend, but it's not something I do regular. But there are people who love working on weekends. That way they have the time off in the middle of the week, when it's a little quieter to get things done and more stuff's open. Okay, so I didn't do that one. So it's kind of swings and roundabouts. Okay. So we got that side done. I think is that one done as well? Can see glass panes going up part of the way. 2 kids, and this weekend is your remote on call. Ah, yeah, being on call can be interesting. When I took my current job, it was a case of, well, I won't do on call unless it's really, really necessary. So the company knew going into it, I wouldn't work weekends unless it was really an emergency and nobody else could be got for the cover. Because on call at the weekend means the full, yeah, it can be. Because our on calls usually starts at 7 a.m. till 7 a.m. Sunday morning, then 7 a.m. Sunday morning till 7 a.m. Monday morning. Oh, got a hole in the roof. Okay. Yep, it's definitely a wibbly wobbly tower. Okay. But what we'll do is we will start doing a little bit of the terraforming just to switch it up a little bit. Let's grab the torch. I'm going to need some light blocks. Don't really have a grey light block, so that will do. Yeah. Hey, yep, it's very much a wibbly wobbly tower. I wanted to build something slightly different, so it kind of comes in at two of the corners. And it also goes over a block one way and the other way too. But yep, you might have a bit of an issue with the permits. Right, so we want you, oops, yep. We want some stone. Andesite. So cobble, andesite, mossy cobble, and stone. Okay, let's go grab some moss. The elevator building B at work belongs in that building. Yay. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to see about putting a bubble vator in, but I think we may use the honey blocks that we were going to use in this small tower in there. And I guess I'm gonna have to put the elevator shaft in the middle somehow. Bang, shutter, rumble, bang. Yeah, as an interesting combination. I'm also thinking of putting a curvy walkway between that tower and this tower. High up in the air. I'm thinking about it. I have to remember I haven't cleared out this, have I? Hang on. There was a whole bunch of junk. Because this looks like it's lit all the way across and Okay, so better check. See. Okay. And got any in this? I think it's the cactus that is holding us back on this system. I think I need to check what's going on in that corner. So it's nice to have new players. It's being condemned, switched off in 3 days. Ah, okay. See if I can get underneath in the right place. Let's see. Go. I just want to check that I put the destruction cactus in. Let's grab some more. Right, so that goes round that way. That comes out here. So yeah, it should both go to the destruction. I was just concerned I'd have stuff sitting there rotting. Somebody may have made an anonymous call to the building department. 3 of us. Yep. Well, if it's not fit for purpose and it's causing problems. So yeah, I need to finish this side, etc. But we still have the glass. Okay, I thought I'd left the shulkers somewhere. Did I leave them on this side? I left them on here. That's cool. One of my shulker monsters. You told it to corporate over a year ago? Yeah. Okay, incoming. Let's go sleep while we can before it gets daylight. So we don't have to worry about the phantom during the next night cycle. I missed it. Never mind. I filled in part of this. I need to put moss on the top of it. And I need to fill in this part over here so it's flat as well. Still lots to do. Oh, did I leave? I think I left it over here. Here we go. Backwards and forwards like a yuck. And I was over there and I didn't grab you work nicely. Nights I've tried working nights previously. It didn't go well. I did it for a few years. I think I did it for about 2 or 3 years. And that was more than enough. It's one of those things you can either do or not. Right, so I wanted to come in here to get some moss. So we can have some more mossy cobble. Right, let's do another. Because it'd be handy to have a bunch of mossy cobble. Right, so let's do you. Okay. Yes, definitely you need to be a certain breed to work nights. I didn't mind so much when I did the night shift while I was going through uni because I only did it during the summer months. And the pay was good enough that if I did. Wow. What? Thank you very much. I don't know what to say. Just yeah, and I think you just proved the opposite. Exactly, Puri. That just um, thank you. That's exactly. But yeah, as um, yeah, yeah, as I was saying, I worked nights during uni because it was well paid, and it meant I could then focus on uni while during term time and not have to work. But night shift was, yes, it's definitely a kind of crazy. And thank you for the 50 gift sub, Canuck. You're just completely. And thank you, Pat, for the resub with the Prime. It is really appreciated. You're all crazy. That's all I can say. Yep. Oh my, yeah, a level 9 hype train. What can I say except thank you? But yeah, night shift is an interesting thing. It's you can either do it or you can't. I find because body clocks. Uh, but so yeah, yeah, exactly. The rhythm thing. I didn't mind it so much in winter, which is kind of weird. But during the summer months was when I found it hardest to do night shifts. Except while I was going through uni, because there was a method in the madness. Have you been doing the nights for long? I'm assuming you got used to it by now. Right, so we want to pull this around to meet up with this. Right. Yeah, let's join this one onto there. Probably pull this out a little bit. Three years going to be day walker, needed time with the kiddos. Yep, I can understand that. I think the hardest I find was because I live I lived on a terraced street, so the kids played on the front streets, which is, and kids are just being kids. It was nothing wrong with the kids, if you know what I mean, because they were only doing what we did as kids, playing out in the summer months, which is awesome for them to actually do. It just made it hard to sleep if you were doing nights. And no, I didn't complain to any but the parents, etc., because it wouldn't be fair. Typing is sus, yeah. My typing is awful. You think it wouldn't be, but it is. So how are we doing down here? I'm going to need to pull some of this down a little bit. I think that's too short, but not too bad. We can figure it out. We're putting the blocks on it. The oldest kept playing. Dad, my arm is hurt. Ouch. Yeah, dislocated is not fun. For a while, my knees dislocated, and yeah, no. I can understand. It is definitely not fun. Thank you for the hype train, everyone. You guys are amazing. Okay, we better breathe some air before we drown. Exactly, choo choo. We don't get hype trains here usually, so thank you very much. Hi, Andy. How's your day going? How's your build going? I noticed you logged in not so long ago. No, I don't. Thank you for the sub. Ah, you go water the tree. And I'll see you in a few. Okay, so we're getting that. Okay. Not sure what I'm going to do with the bottom bits, but let's start putting some detailing on. That way I don't have to come back and do all of it at once. I do like that we can now place the blocks in the water and it waterlogs them automatically instead of having to go around individually and waterlog them all. Okay, let's grab some more andesite. We need a bunch more stairs because terraforming. Okay, we've got lots of slabs. We don't have many walls, so I'm going to do half a stack of walls and then we'll switch back to some more stairs. Okay. Hopefully your weekend's going well, Andy. Okay, I need to add a couple of blocks in. We'll figure that one out. Yes, I know we're underwater and technically it doesn't matter. But we may as well do it right. Oh, I'm working on a bit of terraforming. So we have a tower there on, well, I guess you'd kind of call it an island, but it's the whole area has been made as a yin yang, and the water is going to be one half, and the green grass is going to be the other half, with modern futuristic kind of city on one side and ocean sea on the other, with a I come to the edge. Part of this is going to be grass coming between these two, and then it's going to change where it comes to the land all the way around here. When we get to the land section, I want it to be water instead. So I'm going to have to narrow it out by a few blocks each time. But it's about 500 by 500 with a yin yang. Each of these two towers in the centre circle of that. If that makes sense. Right, so I need some more cobble, I think. What are we doing for cobble state? So this is one project this season. Another project will be I do have another project in mind that is kind of the opposite. It's more of an old villagey kind of thing. But I need to find a large ocean to do that in. But I will leave that till later in the season to find. I don't want to be claiming things a large area just yet, because it all depends on how the season goes, of course, with time frames of getting this built, and I'm helping out on a different project as well. So it's all a matter of time scales. So technically 3 projects this season. Which is fun because they're all slightly different. Which I think helps. Like Puri was saying earlier, he's jumping between a couple of projects so he doesn't get burnout. That reminds me, I have to remember to take the... I was saying I would take some copper over to him earlier. I need to make sure to do that. We'll do it on stream in a short while. As long as Puri doesn't mind. The slot machine at the nightclub. No, I haven't been there yet. But I'm sure people are having lots of fun with it. No, I don't want that. That's too close. Too much of the same. Not sure why I did 3 of those, but I did for some reason. Oh, I ran out of cobble, didn't I? Last time we were working on coming round the edge of this. And I can't remember if it was DMC or Tech who gave me a whole bunch shulker of cobble. Because people be amazing. It's close to the hub, West Tunnel. Anita and Irma are addicted. Well, it's good job Anita has the income from the whacker cables. My income comes from going end raiding. It's always fun that we have the shops and the gaming district. Right, let's get some normal cobble ones. And we need some normal stone as well, just to break things up a little bit more. Nope, wrong way round. But yeah, people have put so much work in already into things this season. It's fun just looking round and seeing what people have got up to. Let's put one that way. No, I don't want it that way. Maybe that way. Just thinking of the angles. You know, you feel you're falling behind and it's only been 2 months. I know the feeling. I'm further behind than I expected to be. But hey, it happens. And then Haven't figured out yet what I'm going to do for the Christmas thing. But so because I usually spend the month before Christmas working on Christmassy stuff, because Christmas. I need to come up with an idea of something to build. And yes, I am thinking about that now. I don't need to dig anything. Not personally, anyway. I helped out the first week or two at Tolls for the digging, but I haven't had time to go back and help them out more since then. Though I do need to do that. I need to see how that's progressing so I can see what I need to get going with. I don't want that way. That way will do. Put that there, that's going to just do that. That would pull it round the corner. Okay, so we're going to have to use something else there. Sorry, just looking at the shapes to see how I'm going to break things up. At least we're underwater, so I don't have to worry too much. Yeah, Canuck was a little crazy earlier. He said it. Apologies if I've got the wrong sex. Yep, yeah. What could I say? That was a little insane. Bless them. Let's switch that out, and we have some cobble and some mossy cobble. So we can break those up a bit. No, you're not going to go there. We don't need floating walls. Floating walls don't work too well. So how are you doing in Canterad? How's your weekend going? Half slabs. Put one in there. Break that line up. Okay. Right, so we've got kind of a line that streaks down, which is good. I need to fill in this bottom bit. Right. Let's see if we can... Oh, wait. Bring this over and round a little bit. Oops, let's not drown. Drowning is not good. What I need to do is dig out that bit of land as well. But they're only tiny bits that I need to do digging on. Okay, so we want that there. And we'll go... Almost there. There we go. Then I will want to put some lighting in. Let's put a half slab of that and grab more air. Yeah, I have some Hearts of the Seas. I just don't have Nautilus shells for them at the moment. I keep meaning to go fishing, but I haven't got round to it. It's not real. In most games that have fishing, I will do it if I need to do it. There's nothing wrong with fishing in games. It's just not something I particularly interested in a game. Going fishing in real life, yes. That I've enjoyed in the past. But in game, I get bored very quickly with it. Unless they've figured a way to make it interesting. It's kind of like whenever I've played Stardew Valley, the fishing is always part that. But yeah, here we go. What I need to do is check the shops and see if somebody actually sells them. I'm sure they do. I just have to go and take care of it. Okay, so let's put you there. Wrong one. I wanted it on the one next to you. I'm misplacing things. That definitely needs a bunch of stuff on it. Too much of a straight line. What other walls do we have? Just the andesite. And here. You can go there. Don't like that. Let's switch that to that. I think that's going to be a bit better. Okay. Right, so I did bring some lighting blocks over. Or I thought I did. I did. Let's go hide some of these. Okay. Oops, we'll get rid of you. Lights up some of that. I like that it sneaks out round the edges of the bollocks now. Does the lighting. It makes it so much easier. That and the fact that it light level 0. That made a big change. We need to put something there to help hide it, so we'll just put a wall. Okay. Gonna need you. I think we're gonna need one of you. I'm gonna put it this way. And I'm hoping I can hide a light source down here and put another one of those there. Squid. Thank you. Ink comes in handy. Light level overlay is awesome. It makes it so much easier to find the blocks. Right, let's get some of both of you. There isn't exactly much normal stone on here, so should be able to hide a little bit. Put it there. Ooh, you're gonna have to be half slabs. Just for the pure verticality of it. Nope, that won't work. Because it cuts out that edge. I want that to be visible. Make it feel a little bit more jaggedy. Okay, I've got a chest over here. What's in it? Nothing. Okay. I was thinking I was leaving things about. Ooh. It's okay going underwater. I just don't like the way it is here. It's not right. Let's get some more stairs. Put that way. No. Maybe a half slab at the side of it. Let's see. That's better. It's sloping up a little. So it's not quite as flat. It is shaping up. Okay. We'll move on to doing a bit of this tower. Like I say, it's just bits of this and bits of that today. So let's... These are all things I need to get finished. Okay, so I'm going to need some snow, which is over by the... we have tons of glass, but the glass I'm not worried about just yet. Oops, wrong place. See, you can't really see my build on here at all. Not yet. He's not big enough. It'll probably make a difference once I've actually got things underway properly. I forgot scaffolding. Scaffolding is a necessity. Also have to go down below and light things up too. Right. If I remember correctly, did I? Just trying to remember how I was building this. Yeah. So it comes out into the corner. One block over. Then it steps out to a 2. Okay. Because I've still got this shape. I'm thinking of doing this same shape on the top there. And then from somewhere in the middle of this, maybe at the bottom level of that, taking a curved path to the other tower. But we'll see. It's one of those things I'm not sure of how if it's going to look right or not. Let's get the shovel. I was going to call it a spade then. So 1, 2, 3. Hi, Hungry Wolf. Thank you. It's I'm trying to go for a futuristic, modernish, futuristic kind of build, and wibbly wobbly shapes. 2, 3. We'll see how it goes and how it works out. And we go 1, 2. Oh, yep. We need to sort out the phantoms. Because, yep, phantoms be annoying. Timer reset. So is this one step in? It kind of is. Come on. So, well, then we can go 2, 3, and then that there. Now we just need to do the same on the top. I won't bore you too much with the glass placing. Okay. So, you can all disappear for the minute. I say that and just go down and grab the blocks. Because making snow is still very much a pain. Even though I've got a snow farm down there, I still don't find it fun to do. It's almost there. What? Didn't really need to place that one. Yep. Shift key is your friend, Pendle. Shift key is your friend. As long as you remember to use it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so the top bit is going to be slightly different because the top bit should mirror the bottom, which means it should be too tall and it should zigzag out for 1, 2, 3, 4 instead of the 3. Thank you, Jester. It is beginning to get there with different parts of it. I'm hoping it looks good by the time it's finished. But you know what they say, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one should come out. Yep. And then we can just join it the next level straight on top. And then from there, it's in the right place, isn't it? It is. I think we're 1 block short. Okay. And I think I need this to be too tall as well. Let's get the bottom one of these in. Two. It still weirds me out when it does that. I don't like invisible blocks. So that should be 4. Then we should have the 2. Then we need the 4 going back. Okay. Keep feeling like I should fall off when it's like that. Okay. Just one more side at the top. I'm thinking of putting one of the portals, of putting my portal in the top of this maybe. When I have the wibbly wobbly path going to the other tower, I can always jump off there and fly around. Currently, the portal's in my storage room, which is really handy too. But I think I would like a nice portal somewhere else as well. When I figure out what I'm going to do with the nether hub of mine. One of these days, they're going to get rid of the invisible blocks. Hi, Thomas. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. Bless them, Chinook went a little bit crazy earlier. In an amazing kind of way. You went to a maker fair this morning? It was a lot of fun to see creations by tons of people. You're now chilling. Oh, that's awesome. Craft fairs are really fun because it's amazing what people can build. Me, I'm not too bad. Streaming today because I wasn't able to stream due to work commitments yesterday. Right, so what I want to do, I think it should be 2 tall. Let's just check. That's my wibbly wobbly tower still under construction. So I think it's 2 blocks at the bottom. Yeah, 2 blocks. Then it's 4 blocks. 2 blocks, 1, 2, 3. On the 4th for 2, then 4 and 2. No, you can't fly using snow blocks. It doesn't quite work that way. I didn't land very well either. How's Pirate doing? Hopefully she's doing good. Okay, so we've got I'm just wondering. I want to put some moss in these corners to keep it with the green feel. Pirate's doing good, awesome. But in which case, if I put the green there, it's very much flat at the bottom. I'd prefer there to be a bit of depth. But if I do a bit of depth, then the moss would have to be the floor of this tower. And that's not necessarily what I want. So it may be worth my doing this as a 3. That way I have a layer for the floor inside the tower. It does. Snow is whiter than white concrete. Hence the reason for my change into it, because that there is concrete, and when you compare the blocks next to each other, you can see the colour difference. Which is kind of weird, but because I remember Tech saying about it when we did for season 6 when we built Ministry Earth, or Minas as it's called. So that was a case of they used a whole lot of snow blocks when they built the city itself. And they noted saying that snow was so much better than concrete colour wise, even if it is a paint to farm. Right. Okay. Let's grab some moss. I like the contrast of the green with the white. It makes both colours kind of pop. And I missed again. Okay, let's go get some more rockets. What I want to do is cover this side of the yin yang symbol with the moss, and then build with round there. Let's grab the rockets. So remember to go collect today's quarter of rockets from the rocket shop in the Nether. I'm still trying to figure that out. I kind of like it, and he's kind of not 100% sure on it. But I wanted something wibbly wobbly. I'm just hoping it works out. Right. So that's a problem. I may end up having to do this 3 as well. Oops. Okay. What are you? So you two don't need to be there. Because it's a straight corner. I'll fill in the other bit afterwards. In fact, I'll fill it in now. Because it may end up annoying if I don't when I start building the other bits. It's nice to be able to get the moss without too much hassle now that I've got the farm. What I do need to do at some point is put more layers in the cactus farm. Because the bamboo farm is working much better than the cactus farm for the XP repair stations. And I'd like them to at least run at similar rates so that they fill up around the same time. But there's plenty of space underneath that building for it, so... Right. Just fill you in. At the time I was trying to save snow because I was using the tiny little snow farm. Now we have a better one. I think this is a different width. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it isn't. It's my imagination. I'm imagining things again. Hang on. Gonna have to... What I need to do is go mining for some coal. So many things on my list to do. So I may just go and use the Wither Skelly farm and kill a few Wither Skellies to collect some coal from there instead. It might be easier. The guys did a lot of work on the farm, which is awesome. I'm looking forward to see it complete and what they come up with. Right. I want to see how that looks from below. Yeah, that's better. I like the lip. So I was thinking without the lip originally, but I think it's better with it. Let's grab that lot back. And then it was... What was the pattern down here? While I try and remember. So it was 3, then it goes straight up. How tall is this? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So 54 between yep, 54 in between. Because it's the in between bit I need. So we go 3 onto a 2, onto a 4, onto a 2. So 3 onto a 2. Onto a 2. I think this one came out 1, but that one was set back 1. Right. Onto a 2. Onto a 2. Let's do this corner as well. So 1, 2, 3. Onto a 2. 3, 4, onto a 2. 2, 2, 3, 4, onto a 2. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do this while I'm remembering anyway. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, onto a 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 2, 2. Right, so that gives me that, and it needs to go up 54, I said. 1, hang on, that's 2. And this one should be 54. Nope, should be 51. Or 53 even. I'm hoping from the top of the tower we'll get to see most of the yin yang symbol, or at least this section of it, because We won't get to see the entirety of it, but hopefully enough of the shape to know that the shape is actually there. Okay, that I dislike. Invisible blocks. Right, so that is the top of the middle section, and then there should be 2 additional blocks on top. So we go 1, 2, 3 to the corner. 1, 2. That needs to be built like that. And then I can just bring that one up on this corner without having to worry too much about the count. And yes, I know I need to put the back bit on as well. Oops. Yeah. Almost there. Or so I thought. But we all know what thought did. Followed a milk cart and thought it was a wedding. Okay, so that gets me this corner bit done. Apart from the azalea leaves, I need to farm some azalea leaves. Not sure if there's a way to automatically do that or not, though. Probably not, considering it's leaves. Right, so we need to count these things again. 48, 49, 50, 51, 53. Go. Because we already had one block. We go. I kind of like the shape. It would have been, might have been a nice shape for a garden. Or a swimming pool. But that doesn't mean to say we can't put a pool of that shape on the top here. Or a fountain, maybe. Could be interesting. Right. So 1, 2. That one should join up with that. As long as I've done the counts right. Yeah. It looks like I did. For now. Okay. Rip your sea pickle or poor beast. He lost his sea pickles. Yeah, pretty sure dynamic lighting is allowed because I tend to. Others, but we'd have to check others. Yeah, it's handy that we have an allowed mods list. Not that it's a modded server as such, it's just Optifine and a few other bits. Oops. I went too high because I forgot to go around here first because I was dippy. Which happens every now and then. Everything is allowed if you don't tell the mods. The mods are very good at finding things out. I wouldn't even want to try. So 53. There we go. Hi, Zero. At the moment, I'm working on a tower for my modern city yin yang build. No, this is a Patreon server for Tango Tech from Hermitcraft. It's the perk for doing the $10 a month Patreon for him. If you are interested, if you do ! Tango, it will give you the information. Try this again. Okay, so we're just about to hit the server restart. Because we restart every 2 hours to help with lag and for the number of people on. So I won't be a second. I will be back after the restart. I'm just going to put the end stream up for a second while I stop and restart the stream. So I will literally be back in 20 seconds.